I'm just playing some Beops in the background.
Oh, that's it.
Some Beops.
You mean
I
Blackout?
always heard the phrase was blops.
Lots. Yeah, but I don't like to copy what everyone else says. I'm a trendsetter, okay?
Hipster. Okay, might as well get this. Might as well start.
What news is there really?
Well, I grabbed what I could, but basically it was like Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 coming to the Xbone and PS4.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
In the wrong order.
So it should be
What
Resident
order is it
Evil
coming
5.
in?
654.
So they're going
Listen,
backwards.
No one's gonna buy 6, okay? Like,
Basically, the only reason to buy 6 is you buy it on PC and then you get the mods.
Okay, let's just. Is this part of the podcast or is it not?
Well, I was thinking we could just jump right ahead and then I can tell you guys the news and then.
Yeah.
but I think I know what Armstrong's gonna say, and Sweet's exactly right. You would only buy 6 if you're like one of those porn creators. That's the only reason you get 6.
Man, we talk about that a lot nowadays.
Yeah, man, we talk about what's going on in our lives.
Art reflects life. Come on.
Personally, those things are way too creepy to me.
I'm personally getting sick of it myself, but that has to do with other reasons.
Because, like, I don't like being too close to home. Okay, so, yeah.
I mean, before you and Charles joined, we were just talking about Hollywood and how all celebrities are pieces of shit and how I'm in love with Brie Larson, apparently. Like, it was a revelation that until now I...
Kind of hard not to be in love with Brie Larson.
Well, I was only bringing it up because I was pointing out that, because tomorrow's are the Oscars, but we were doing a...
Oh, shit, that's right.
But my friends and I were doing a Oscar bet thing, and I think I said... I think I said I'm expecting them to give Best Actress to Brie Larson, if only because I wouldn't be surprised if the Academy would use this as an opportunity to sort of make her the next, like, J-Law or America's Sweetheart thing.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Battlefield 5 possible leak.
Oh, yeah, I was just about,
So Battlefield
set
4...
Set in World War One.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm interested now.
Do you guys want to get into the news now, or... What? I don't know.
Oh, I was just gonna say I fell in love with Brie Larson in Scott Pilgrim when she
Where she played
sang that Metric song.
Oh yeah, that Metric song is good, man.
What was the thing I saw her in? Shit, I have to look this up now.
I remember she was in the game with what's his face.
She was also
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. She was in Don John.
She was in The Happening, yes, and she has some very nice assets. 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, she was in 21 Jump Street.
She was in 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, she's the one that Jonah Hill had a thing for.
Huh.
Which, come on,
was
I can't
really
really blame
creepy,
her.
if you think about it.
No, it was totally creepy.
Yeah. Apparently she was in that movie, Rampart. The Woody Harrelson movie, so...
The movie that's more remembered for the shitfest of Woody Harrelson's AMA than the movie itself.
I still haven't. You guys work in cinemas, don't you?
Yeah.
See.
What's going on with 999?
We didn't get it.
Because I'm hearing mixed things about it, man.
To be honest, we're not getting a lot of people on there. I mean, like the first day, it was like, it's first day, so obviously there's going to be quite a few people who are like, oh yeah, 999. But most of the people, that come back are going back to Deadpool.
I still have no interest in seeing that movie.
Really? Huh.
No.
Oh my god, what was it? Gods of Egypt?
Oh yeah, the Gerard Butler one.
We got probably like 10 people, 10, 15 people that asked for that shit.
I still keep meaning to like make the pilgrimage to London to go and watch The Room. Because they play it like weekly in a cinema in London.
I feel like it's just a matter of time before it goes on Netflix or Amazon. so I'm just waiting that shit out.
Yeah. What is up with like the Game of Thrones people like picking really shitty things,
Oh,
like
so
shitty movies?
did you hear the good news?
What good news?
The non-confirmed news?
The non-confirmed news of HBO buying the rights to Dune?
Oh, no, I didn't hear about that.
Buying the
I thought you were
rights.
talking about Iron Fist.
You saying
No,
Dune
we
or
were
Doom?
Dune, as in Frank Herbert's Dune.
Oh, really? Shit.
Cool. I've never read the book. Well, I tried to read the book.
I have it on my shelf, and I keep meaning to get to it after I read Jason's book.
My dad gave it to me when I was like 11. And I tried to read it.
Apparently,
And I
your
was like,
dad set some very high standards for you. It's like, I know you can read this. I know you can.
I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh, I need to watch the movie.
I was like, I just want to read Aragon.
I need to watch the movie. I know that, what's his face? Patrick Stewart's in there.
Oh, I finally watched Excalibur, Rocky. Okay, nothing. No.
Is that the one with the Let the Boy Try?
Yeah.
Oh.
Boy.
Let the boy try.
Great movie. Great film.
To watch both of those.
Wait, is that also the one where the guy playing Arthur has like the weirdest voice ever?
No.
He said that you're my father.
Not to me, it isn't weird. It's not weird to me because I'm actually from there. So
I don't know. He just I hear a lot of British voices, but that one just sounded so odd, like it was overdubbed.
yeah, no, I think there was a lot of dubbing going on in that film.
Oh man. Everyone else was fine in that movie except that guy, and I was just like, what the fuck? Well, they really don't have anything other than, hey, we heard it's set in World War One.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, yeah.
And then it's coming out.
I mean, I'm interested
Okay,
if that's
so
true, but if
I
it's
went-
just like build 4.8, then no thanks.
So, I know Armstrong said it just like a minute ago when we were talking about like controversy and shit. Iron Fist.
Rocky and I have already talked about that, so
Isn't it? I know, it's like, what else can
No
you say
Marvel
except
says anything.
it's stupid, you know? Look, to be honest, I wouldn't have cared if he was Asian, but I don't care if he's white either.
I don't care. He's not a real person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, do what you want. It does show the people that were bitching about it didn't know about the fucking comics in the first place, though.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is the late introduction with me, Ryan, and with my cohorts, Charles Armstrong, Legal Swede, and the person who is not here at the moment, Charles Rocky.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. He just disappeared.
I'm pretty sure
Was
he
he ever
said.
here in the first place?
What are you guys talking about? He died 5 years.
Okay, no, we're not doing this again.
Yeah. Wait, we did that what?
I'm too sick for this shit.
Last week ago, 2 weeks ago. That's sad. Yeah, because I had a whole great introduction planned that would have been awesome.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Yes, I did.
I don't
Speaking as a telenovela, entirely in Spanish.
Christ. Alright, so I'm just gonna go straight into it.
Oh, well, I can do it. I know you're sick, so I can.
I got a shit ton in front of me. You do fine. You do your shit first.
Well, only because it's like, yeah, because I know you're sick, and I just want to get that.
Just do it.
So Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 come out to the Xbone and PS4, but they're doing it reversed, so it comes out 6, 5, and 4. Like they're fucking counting down to something, which is
right.
3, 2, 1. Those the next ones to come out.
Does anyone actually? What was the?
Well, they already released one, and they're working on. Didn't they just release 0, and they're working on 2?
Oh yeah.
What was the third one? That was Nemesis.
That was
wasn't
Nemesis.
it?
That was Nemesis. Yeah, where you were Jill.
I
and
totally
Raccoon.
forgot about that game.
The only ones I've ever played were 5 and 4.
The only one I played was 6 and 5.
My uncle is the biggest fucking fan of Resident Evil. Like
Really?
he owns almost all of the Resident Evil games, like even down to the Gun Survivor games. on the PS6.
Does he have the collector's edition of Operation Raccoon City?
I actually think he might do. Yeah.
God.
I definitely know he owns them because I played them. I remember there being some like it was a weird package when I saw it. I don't know though. That was a long time ago.
Well,
So
anyway,
give a little more info. Resident Evil 6 is going to be coming March 29th. Resident Evil 5 will hit sometime in the summer, and then 4 is coming in the fall, and they'll each cost $20.
yeah. Really, just $20? Huh.
Yep.
That's actually not bad. I would have thought, like, with how people could easily screw, I would have thought it would have been like $60 or something for each.
I'll buy Resident Evil 2 for Resident Evil 4 again.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like, probably the most people are going to be interested is Resident Evil 4, the one with Leon.
Oh yeah, dude, that game's been ported to like 8 different systems.
Yeah, it's even on Steam. For God's sakes.
What was that, Swede?
Still need to play through Resident Evil 4 on Professional.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke about Leon the Professional.
Leon the Professional.
Yeah,
that would have been a good joke.
Because I heard something about Leon and then Professional. I was like, wait a minute, is Swede making a Leon the Professional joke?
Nah, he's all out of pedophilia jokes.
You know that film was totally, like, he was totally supposed to be a pedophile, right?
There was actually a scene in the original script where they had sex.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
No, dude.
Oh, yeah,
No.
yeah.
You can find the pictures of the script that have that in there. I don't. Although I don't know if I'd recommend having that added to your Google searches.
No. So, but Charles Rocky came in and he's saying Dino Crisis best Resident Evil, and he's saying to me that apparently
Dino Crisis is the best Resident Evil game.
Really? Okay.
Hands down, dude.
He's also
Hands fucking down. Dino Crisis is the best Resident Evil game.
And Rocky is saying that the recent Capcom ports have been a bit on the cheaper lately, which that's good. Yeah.
Why is Rocky not talking? Is he like jerking off or something?
I don't know.
I don't know why that's my go-to answer.
Maybe he's just fucking lazy. Yeah, that is your go-to answer. That's like people who make example of trolls. They just use the same word, like same title of Slapnut69. Oh, apparently Rocky is saying that DMC4 was only $25.
On phone. I didn't realize DMC4 was on phone.
I think he means he's on the phone.
Oh, right.
I don't know if phones can support Xbox 360 games.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking for a second, like, wow.
No, actually, isn't BioShock on iOS?
Yeah, it is. But
or it was, and they took it down.
Oh yeah, they took it down.
Of like PS1 and like Nintendo 64 games, so it's getting pretty impressive, honestly.
They put Final Fantasy IX on Android, and it's taken almost everything for me not to buy it.
Well, okay, let's go on. So Battlefield 5, and this is the only news that has come out about it, is apparently going to be set in World War I. And
this is a rumor.
Okay, this is a rumor, and here's the other rumor, I think, is that it's slated for an October release.
Not just October. They gave a specific date, October 26th, which is not too far out of believability because that's usually the time the new Battlefield games drop. And they have said that they are going to release a new Battlefield game this year because that's been the plan.
Yeah.
But not just going back in time, but going back to World War One.
Yeah. When was the last one that we actually had? What was it? Like the last one we had that had to do with World War I or II was World at War.
Are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like games in general, or?
Well, yeah,
Technically, the last game that went to World War II was Wolfenstein.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about like the true, not like the what if kind of stuff, but like the ones where it's like
just talking legit World
War.
War.
The Medal of Honor games. Probably not something that people were interested in.
Yeah.
The last big game title definitely was World at War.
Yeah. When was the last game that actually did deal with World War I? Not two, because like that's what the most ones do.
I can't even. I don't know.
Probably some indie game.
Yeah, and now he's mad because we didn't talk about Valiant Hearts.
We're talking about shooters, Rocky. Not your little.
Well,
look at the dog is adorable, and let's all feel sad for long dead people.
Well, to be fair, I didn't say specifically shooters, so.
I'm talking about shooters.
Ubisoft art is the future. Okay then.
Jesus Christ.
Rocky, we don't have time for your weeb shit, okay?
You're fucking weeaboo bullshit.
So now that Rocky's gone, let's all just turn this into the anime-only podcast.
Yes!
I'm now going to review The Devil is a Part-Timer.
I need to watch that, actually. No joke.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, but I haven't gotten around to it. I need to watch that and, like, several other fucking things.
Can I do the classic review, where I review a classic anime series?
Hey,
Yeah.
I just started watching Rurouni Kenshin, so... we can
Oh, yeah,
get
they
to
have,
it.
like, all 52 episodes now.
Yeah.
Implying French-Canadian cuts are weebish.
Oh, God. Okay,
Let's go. Wait,
this guy just-
Armstrong, I have a question.
We're getting...
You like Rocket League, right?
I was good. Let me... Yeah, I know where you're going with this, and
Okay.
I do want to talk about that, but, how could a World War I shooter work? Because wasn't kind of the whole point of why games started in World War II? One, just because it's a more interesting war. We're more familiar with it, and it's got a larger scale and cooler things to do.
Yeah.
But isn't it a little more difficult in World War I, where there's like the weapons are like it takes longer to load them, and isn't most of it trench warfare? So you pop up, you shoot somebody, and then you
Well,
That could
hide
be
down and
interesting.
you sit in a bunker for 6 months at a time, hoping you don't get trench foot.
sounds fun to me. I don't know about you. It's a strategy game, maybe.
Actually, that could be interesting, where you make, like, Battlefield 5 like a strategy kind of thing, where it's... Yeah, and Rocky brought up, it would probably work better as, like, a stealth espionage kind of thing.
There were a lot of trenches in Battlefront.
Yeah.
I mean, no,
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, like, at most what we have is just, it's reportedly set in World War I, so we have no idea what the fuck is going on or anything. We don't even have, like, play footage or even a picture, really. So. We always knew. Okay. Okay, I got it. That's funny. Am I like the only one here?
The listeners are going to have absolutely no idea what
Okay,
we're...
so I'm going to explain. So basically, Charles Armstrong said, "Be right back again, fucking cat." And Rocky said, "Well, we always knew." So I find that funny.
Oh, great. What a joyful thing to come back to.
What?
Fuck you, Rocky. I misplaced a comma. Sorry. I wrote BRB again, and then I wrote fucking cat, as in, God damn it, my cat is outside my door meowing again.
God damn, dude.
I forgot to put a comma in between fucking and cat. And...
I already explained to them why it was funny.
Okay.
But okay, so are we done with the World War I?
Yes.
Okay, so again, I have a question, Armstrong. Do you like Rocket League, correct?
Yes, I'm going to buy the Batmobile.
Okay,
all right?
yes.
I'm gonna buy the Batmobile.
God damn it! You ruined my fucking... God damn it. Yeah, so apparently, I was gonna try and segue this shit, but...
None of your segues.
So anyway, apparently, Rocket League is getting new DLC where you can get the Batmobile in the upcoming Batman vs Superman movie, which, oh god, I hope that's at least decent.
Were you guys as surprised as I was? This is completely unrelated to Rocket League, by the way. The fact that they announced that there's going to be an R-rated version of Batman v Superman.
If they make that where it's like, it's rated R because Superman starts killing fucking people with his fucking laser ball eyes.
Oh, come on, you know that's not why.
Okay, yeah.
Because Batman and Superman fuck.
Yeah, Batman.
That's clearly why.
Is she with you? Fuck no. It's just random fucks added in places that you're like, what?
Okay, I forgot. But it is.
It's really poorly dubbed in.
It is Scott Snyder who's doing this movie, right?
Zack Snyder.
Scott Snyder. Fuck
Scott Snyder.
Danny boy, little boy, I love you. Okay. Sorry. What? All right. Well, yeah, but it's Zack Snyder, so of course, he can't not do a rated R version of something unless commanded.
Is James Gordon going to call Wonder Woman sugar tits?
But that would imply that she actually had tits.
Oh,
Ciao.
sizzle snap. We're just gonna
What?
like different weird things to say when like somebody does a burn. Ka-chow!
You got
It's time, so
burned.
this is a great segue to my my weekly compulsory mention of Gina Carano, who would have been a much better choice for Wonder Woman than Gal Gadot or whatever stupid name is.
See if WB decides to see if they can sneak a softcore porn flick in the theaters. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, who's the chick again? I always forget her name because, like, what? She's only been
Gal
Gadot.
Gadot.
Gal Gadot?
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not Gal Gadot.
Okay.
Like
I
so
thought
many
it
people.
was.
It's definitely Gal Gadot.
Yeah. I thought that she would have. I don't know. It's like what? The only two things she's actually been in has been like the Fast and Furious movies, and that's it.
She's in 999 apparently, but she doesn't do anything.
Okay, yeah. I totally did not know that. So.
Who isn't in 999 though?
Yeah.
Who isn't?
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not gonna judge until, but I would have. Yeah, Gina Carano would have been the nicer version.
All right. Was that all the stories you had, or do you have?
No. I have like 4 or 5 more, maybe. I'll get to, because like I did it to where it's like the smaller stuff first and then the big stuff last. But I'll do this one. So apparently, the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt composer, and I'm totally gonna fuck up this guy's name, Marcin Berzibylowicz.
How do you spell it?
Well, the last.
Post it in the chat and I'll try and pronounce it.
Okay, yeah. Like, I think I got the first name right, but it's here. It's his last name is the one that fucks me up. It's Przybylowicz.
Like Plaziblowitz?
Przybylowicz. Okay, yeah. So
Probably completely wrong, but I'm going off the limited knowledge of the Polish language.
Yeah, me too. So he was the composer for Wild Hunt 3, or Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt, and he signed on to write the music for Cyberpunk 2077. And this was confirmed in an interview with Game Pressure, and I think that's actually kind of awesome because I really love the music from The Witcher 3 because it has some real good music.
But everyone knows that, like, Petrovica was like the dream composer for that game. Come on, like, or any of the guys who are on the Hotline Miami soundtrack.
Yeah, no, that's all. God damn it, Armstrong. Feel ashamed.
This is all this podcast is going to devolve into is just us talking and then giggling about stuff. People are writing in
and I'm
chat.
the one that has to explain. So basically, Armstrong said more like Cardassians. Am I right? But feel ashamed. Son of a bitch.
Were there any hot Cardassians in Star Trek?
Oh, I thought you were trying to make a joke about.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
No, it was Rocky Road. God damn it!
Oh, good. You people are fucking crazy. And shouldn't you be like off that phone by now, Rocky?
He's in the shower. He's put his phone in a Ziploc bag so he can text in the shower.
Great.
Dick in one hand, phone in the other. Don't ask me where he's holding the soap.
Up his ass?
Come on, dude.
Oh, no.
Ducat scored her, although she was half Bagorian. I don't know any of the Star Wars stuff, dude. I'm not a nerd, okay?
Yeah, goddamn. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the Star Wars stuff with set phasers on stun. And...
You see that the director of Wrath of Khan joined the writing staff for the new Star Trek show?
Yeah, what else has he done like the last 20 years?
Hey, dude, Loras Kasdan. The people said the same thing about Loras Kasdan. Look how The Force Awakens turned out.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. You're one of them.
Pretty to look at, but that was it.
Okay, so can we move on? So I'll move on. So for people who like Pokemon, they're gonna freak out because Pokemon Sun and Moon, which is like the first Pokemon title that has not been named after a metal or a color, has been announced for the 3DS and is to arrive in May 2016.
The last two games were Pokemon X and Y.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. That proves how little I know of fucking Pokemon.
wasn't the thing in the Powerpuff Girls called oh no, that was Chemical X, not Element X.
No, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. That's a color, Rocky. That's a metal.
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. So it was weird. They announced the two new games that are going to be coming to the 3DS the later half of this year. But that was all they announced. They didn't show any gameplay or show any of the new Pokemon, which is really weird for when they announce a new generation. And this is a totally new Pokemon generation. This isn't it's a remake of this version of blah blah blah. It's an entirely new Pokemon generation for the 20th year anniversary of the entire series, and they didn't show shit.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting. And I don't know. There was a dude who was like, "Oh yeah, this might get back into the roots of because over the last couple of years, most of the Pokemon games they've been based not based on Japan kind of stuff. They've been what was it? The last city was based off of New York, and the last two were based off of L.A. or whatever.
What was it called? X and Y were based off of France.
Yeah, it was based off of France. So, and it was that dude. What the fuck is that guy? He's popular. Gaijin Goomba. He was talking about how this seems to suggest that this is going to be more back in the old days of Pokemon Red, Blue, or Silver, or whatever, where it's it's more based off of the Japanese lore and stuff, which is okay, cool.
Hopefully that means Gold and Silver, where there's 16 gyms instead of 8.
Yeah.
I would actually totally be fine if it was just a new thing, a new world, and you get to go back to Kanto as well. Have
they done that before?
That was a big hoop about Gold and Silver it was Johto, and you get to go back to Kanto.
Yeah. God, it's been so long since they did that. Then, but here's also a cool thing: is that Nintendo confirmed that the digital re-releases of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow will all support the Pokemon Bank. And apparently what that means is that you can transfer the Pokemon that you captured in those games into Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yeah, not just Sun and Moon, but all games compatible with the Pokemon Bank. But yeah, effectively it makes it so you don't have to hunt down a version of fucking Leaf Green and Fire Red and then transfer it over to a DS to transfer it over to a 3DS. Yeah, they made it a lot simpler.
Yeah, which is pretty much freaking kick ass, yeah. So now officially I have gone to the bigger stuff. So I don't know if you guys wanted to talk about this because this is kind of funny, but apparently the Uncharted 4 trailer used Assassin's Creed 4 art.
They already fixed
and they've already fixed it. They've already fixed the thing. But what's funny was the one head of content. I don't know his name. Azizai Amir. He said on Twitter, and this was kind of funny. Oh, so I get the thief title now. Just that's funny and kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I mean you're treating this like Uncharted's never ripped anything else off ever.
No, that's cool. Yeah. No, I just want to talk about it because it's kind of funny, dude. Well, it wasn't even that big of a deal, to be honest, because it was what was it? It was it was a painting. It was set up to be a painting in a room, and that was it. And it was a 1-second shot.
Right.
Yeah, and that was it. And then they just moved on. The entire trailer wasn't focused on this one fucking painting. I got that out of the way. And now, okay, so this one, I don't know if you guys wanted to talk about this. It's about.
Is this the Dota thing?
No, this was about. Well, we can talk. I was going to talk about Vivendi.
Oh yeah, definitely. We should talk about that.
Okay, so apparently Ubisoft Entertainment is trying to look for Canadian investors so they can help prevent a takeover by the company, the media company, Vivendi. And I got a couple.
Who formerly co-owned Activision before Activision spent a shit ton of money to buy out all their shares because like we don't fucking want you owning our part of our company.
Yeah, which is like, wow, that really says something about Vivendi, where it's like, yeah, we don't fucking want anything to do with you guys.
Well, effectively, the reason Activision wanted out of them so hard is they were basically just, it was like, I don't remember if it was like leaked plans or it was like open plans. So they were like, yeah, we're basically just gonna use these game companies as a way to just scrape out as much money as possible without any like fucking care for like making good stuff or not.
Well, apparently this is kind of an interesting thing. Right? Does Vivendi have any telecom aspects? That's what Rocky's asking.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Most things.
Well, here's the interesting thing: is that apparently
they're like one of the 4 companies that owns everything.
Really? Fuck that.
What is it? Paramount's of a Vivendi company, right?
Did anyone just hear an echo?
Yeah,
that was me.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to chime in and say, if Vivendi has telecom aspects, they're not going to be able to get Ubisoft. They can try, but it's not going to work.
Can you explain why?
Well, if there's one problem Canada really does have, it's that we unintentionally create policies that unintentionally create major monopolies.
Uh-huh.
So, several years ago, when you had a shit ton of the telecom companies up here, like we had Virgin, we had AT&T, we pretty much had all your telecom companies up here, and the Canadian government was super worried because it's like, okay, we can't have Canadian telecom fall under American interests. Fair enough. So basically, a lot of legislation was put into place. So basically, tax a lot of those companies, and basically only 2 Canadian companies up here really have any telecom viability up here. Downside is they basically hold a monopoly, but it also means that an American company coming to try and buy a Canadian one, unlikely to happen. Not to say it's impossible, it's just they're going to have to jump through a lot more hoops than just simply buying out the shares.
Well, and one other interesting thing I read is, I don't know if this is true or not, but somebody said that Ubisoft is one of the 4th largest employers.
Really? Damn.
In a certain division in Canada. So that's why they're seeking help from people in the Canadian government, because they're like, hey, you don't want us to not want to do business have something affect our business potentially drastically. Because I can almost guarantee you, if this goes successful, Vivendi's gonna hey, you hear that whole no more annual Assassin's Creed? Yeah, let's go back to annual.
Yeah. Actually, here's kind of something interesting: is that the chief executive officer of Ubisoft, Yves Guillemot, apparently his brother, who was
the Guillemots own both.
Well, Vivendi bought out told Deadline, we had a hostile takeover bid against the developer and publisher Gameloft, whose CEO was Yves' brother, and was the co-founder too of Ubisoft. Which is so there's no animosity between them to begin with. Now, anyone else? Anyone else at all?
I really hope it doesn't come to fruition, because
Same.
A company that doesn't, however much shit Ubisoft gets, they're still interested in making a somewhat quality product, and they do a lot of shit. Yes, nobody will deny that Ubisoft does a lot of shit at times.
But there's plenty of
They still churn out good games.
Yeah.
And they still have talented people making those games.
Yeah.
If they have a bigger company who doesn't give a fuck about games telling them what to do, they're going to churn out a lot more shit.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone wants that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone. So, anyone else?
No, I don't really have anything to say. That's already been said.
All right. So, Armstrong, you were talking about Dota. I don't know what you're talking about Dota, but are you talking about the one about the dude who got fired or something?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then I do. So
simply put, he was an ass.
Yeah, that was pretty much So apparently, Valve fired this popular Dota 2 host after one day at
It wasn't even that. It was so I don't know is it still going on, the Shanghai?
It's still going.
It's still going on. Apparently,
there's a big Dota tournament going on in Shanghai right now.
Yeah. It's
And
like
so
before
there's this
major
one
tournaments.
commentator who is pretty divisive. Fans seem to like him, but he has a streak for not being the best person to either work with or just being really brash in what he says. And apparently they had problems with him before, and they had broken off their they basically put him on a break, and then the Shanghai what are they called? It's like the Shanghai Openers, like the Shanghai Premier.
It's something like that, yeah.
Whatever. The Shanghai tournament was his like, hey, we'll let you do it again, just be up.
Shanghai Major, yeah.
Yeah, you're on a short leash, and then like a day and a half into the tournament, he was fired.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's like now he's like released a thing where he explains his side of the story and all, and it's like, let me see, it's like 17 pages long.
Well, the way he explained it was that he didn't actually have much communication with the people there, with the exception of a guy who was his friend who, if you buy his story, the friend, he says like his friend offered him the position, and when you just simply asked, okay, what should I do? The friend just simply said, you be you. Which he said may have been part of the problem, because it's like, well, he was then given the impression that, yeah, then he could be the way he was, and presumably they were okay with that. There was also apparently another issue where he just simply asked if they could deduct his own pay in favor of a better room. Like, he was offering to, like, you know, take like less money in order for a better room at the hotel.
Which that seems pretty fair. I mean,
and then they just sort of called him. It's like, so you told us that you wanted like a first class suite on top of your pay? It's like, that's not what I said at all. So it just sounds like more there was like a major miscommunication issue, both just in terms of like whoever was communicating what he was said back to Valve, but also like whoever was communicating Valve stuff to him.
Yeah.
Because apparently, yeah, too, like it was just one of those things where, like, according to his side of the story, again, this is assuming you believe what he says.
Right.
He was sort of waiting for them to go back on air with something, and they even said, yeah, we'll be back on soon. He goes into the back room, and he just sees his friend with the phone. He's just like, yeah, I've just been told I have to fire you. And he says, yeah, I can even see the email. Couldn't read it, but I can tell, like, the email is, like, only, like, 3 or 4 sentences long. Who knows?
It was so... The weird thing about this is Gabe Newell himself
came in, yeah.
Actually, I don't know if it was like on a forum thread or was it a Reddit.
It was on Reddit.
Yeah, it was on
Reddit.
Reddit.
Like, came out and people were saying, like, "Hey, why is this guy fired?" And he just he gave like goddamn words. He gave like 2 short answers. I think one was to an unrelated thing, and regarding the commentary, he just said, simply put, James is an ass.
Yeah, like the full quote is James. We've had issues with James at previous events. Some Valve people lobby to bring him back for Shanghai, feeling that he deserved another chance. That was a mistake. James is an ass, and we won't be working with him again.
So it brings up the question. It's like, yes, this guy wrote this long thing. Oh, this is the real reason they're firing me. But if Gabe Newell himself is coming out and just being like, hey, I'm going to put this to red. This guy's a dick. That's why we fired him. Next question.
Yeah.
Well, I think the problem is
what
like
did you have to do to get Gabe Newell to even care about you?
To come in.
Well, that's the thing that makes it very
That
bizarre.
guy doesn't care about anything.
Because Gabe Newell doesn't say whether it was his on-camera antics or his off-camera antics.
Right.
But the general impression is like, well, it would need to have been something that was off-camera because, like, yeah, on-camera he was kind of like joking around, but that's kind of his style. And when he was let go, a lot of people were even saying, oh, well, it's kind of boring now without him. So it seems unlikely that anything he did on camera would have been too bad. But then again...
Right, if something was that negative, I feel like I would have heard of this guy beforehand.
Oh, yeah. Like, we would have heard, we would have heard something about it. So.
And I was actually, like, watching some of the footage like he was doing before. And he said the main problem was, he said, according to him, again, if you believe what he said, the main problem was they were just having a bunch of delays as well. Just like for whatever reason, like things were not going according to plan. Like a segment that should have only taken about 10 minutes had to be extended to an hour and a half because for whatever reason they just couldn't get any of the tech to work properly.
Jeez.
So I think right off the bat, the event was just sort of calling like on a shaky edge, just like, oh fuck, like, you know, nothing's going according to plan, everything's falling apart on schedule.
Oh yeah, that was like the second part of Gabe's response is like the company they hired to basically run this tournament. He said they're never going to work with them again because of just how much of a shit show all like the technical aspects of it have been.
Mm-hmm. So I think right off the bat, like, you already have, like, these people that are already kind of pissed off because nothing's going according to plan. And it's sort of one of those things where it seems like the main issue is, like, with something like esports, it's at a weird point now where, on the one hand, it's popular enough that you're getting a lot of money being thrown at it and you're getting a lot more attention.
It's
in the
still
mainstream.
fucking weird.
But at the same time, a lot of the big personalities that, you know, made it big are personalities that just wouldn't work well in that type of setting. Like, I'm going to see if I can't find the picture for it, but, like, whether or not you, like, take this, whether or not you fully buy this picture, you know, it is sort of one of those things where it's like, it does kind of explain the divide of it, where it's like, you know, on the one hand, you see, like, you know, this is the type of stuff you would probably expect, not just, like, from, like, major esports. Like, this is what you would probably expect in, like, a regular sporting event thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what some people are trying to make esports to be. Yet, most of the fans of esports up until this point, again, much prefer the more casual, kind of
laid back, yeah.
look.
I just saw this picture when I was looking through, yeah. And I think I'm going to post on the description box the other dudes, like the dudes' side of the story, because it is actually...
Why are they all wearing the exact same thing?
Because...
Which ones?
Yeah, you guys on the left?
They're all wearing, like, a jacket with a vest and a blue and a tie.
I guess professionalism? Yeah.
They all look like clones.
Clones. It's still weird, because, like, whenever I go to the gym or whatever, they have, like, the screens and all that shit, where they have different channels and all, and it always has the sports channel, and every now and then I see them doing a fucking e-game sports thing of showing Halo, and it's so weird.
Yeah, I think part of the problem, and the picture Rocky posted, if anyone's wondering, the picture Rocky posted was, like, just showing, like, what Valve expects, and it's, like, really professional looking people, and it's, like, what the fans actually want, and it's, like, people just hanging out, drinking beers, and talking
Which
about
I'm probably going to I'm going to show that on the video.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
It is a very good point where it's, like, people are trying to make esports a thing, or trying to make it, like, oh, let's have it be like NFL or, like, professional sports commentators, where everyone's, like, all prim and proper and wearing nice suits. And it's like, but the people who actually want to watch live streams that don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, it seems like, and apparently it
If
seems like
you try to bring that sort of atmosphere, it would just feel like you're pandering.
Yeah, it does feel like that. It seems like this whole Shanghai Major thing has just been a fuck up of, like, after another, because apparently, because apparently someone, there was a thing just now where someone was trying to talk after a battle, or after a thing, a round, and their mic just entirely just cut off for a whole, like, 5 minutes, apparently. Jeez. In the middle of people asking them questions, so... It seems like this whole thing has just been a fuck up after another.
So what we gotta say about Dota?
I don't really play it that much.
I don't play it at all.
I don't play MOBAs, so I can't say.
Yeah, same thing. I don't play MOBAs because they're just such a hard fucking thing to get into. I did get
I'm waiting for the MOBA that will be accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't even have to do with accessibility. It's more just... Because I kind of get what's going on, but it's for the same reason I never really got into MMOs. The pacing just doesn't suit it for me. Like, it just seems too slow sometimes.
Yeah, I get that. Because it seems easy. It seems easy and simple and all, and it's like... It's very easy to grasp, but then it's like... I don't know. There's just something about it where it's like... Even if you get all the controls down, it's like, there's just something about it.
Yeah.
Doesn't help that, like, some of the community is, like, comes from, like, Satan's asshole or something.
They're worse than the Dark Souls diehard community. It's like, hey, how do we do this part? Just stop sucking.
Yeah, get good scrub.
Yeah, get good
No, I have to admit, I non-ironically, I think, said that to someone who, like, was playing through Dark Souls. Like, listen, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Just stop sucking at it, because there's nothing else I can tell you to, like, get past this point.
Yeah. If you want me to spoil shit for you, I mean, I understand Dark Souls, because, like, at some point, you can't really say unless it's like, fuck it. If you just straight out tell them on some level.
Actually, I must say the most infuriating moment I've ever had playing with another person in game was watching someone play Portal 2, like a friend of mine, and me just almost tearing my hair out because for 10 minutes they couldn't solve one of the first puzzles, and it was a puzzle where it's like, it is so simple. God.
Yeah, I understand that feeling. Yeah, I've had to deal with that.
I would laugh, but at the same time, I've been in one of those situations where I've just been standing there for 10 minutes going, what the fuck is going on? And then I go to the bathroom, come back, and it's oh, well, it's just this.
Well, there are those times where it's you're way too deep into the problem that you can't see the solution.
Right.
So you need to excuse yourself for
there's a wall there. There isn't a wall there. I've been looking for 5 minutes. Oh, there's a wall.
Oh, there is totally a wall. Oh.
But no, this is what made it funny. He kept on solving it, but didn't realize he had solved it.
Really?
Oh god.
Which made it more infuriating. It's god damn it! You've already got this. For a moment, I thought he was fucking with me, but it's no, he just doesn't know.
Christ. Oh boy. You got anything
you
else?
Solved it already.
Ryan?
What do you mean? You just now.
You got anything else, Ryan?
For me, no. Actually, that was as far as I went. Do you have anything else?
Yes, I have a few more things. So the HTC Vive finally got some details about when to expect it and the price point. So you guys remember what price the Oculus Rift was officially announced for?
Wasn't it $600 or some shit?
$600. $800.
$600. And the HTC Vive is, like Rocky just said, $800.
Which
The $800 headset, powered by Valve's Steam VR, will ship with a controller for each hand and a pair of Lighthouse laser beam base stations to track movement and scale environment. It will launch in April. It says and for a limited time, the system will come bundled with two popular titles, Job Simulator and Fantastic Contraption.
You can't.
But very popular titles.
With $800, I could turn my computer, which is already pretty good, into a fucking supercomputer, pretty much.
How many hookers could you hire for that?
2.
Not enough.
For the things that I would ask of them, probably 2. It's what was it? I think Jeff talked about this once where it's at this kind of price, it's you're already kind of fucking up because that's way too daunting.
At this point, it's Sony's game to lose, isn't it? Because the Oculus and the Vive have already launched these ridiculously high price points. And if Sony can launch the PlayStation VR and have it work with the PlayStation 4,
and
have it for $400,
yeah,
then they just stole everyone's market share.
Yeah,
Didn't they just announce that Sony was looking into making a controller that's gloves or something?
Gloves?
Like the Power Glove, pretty much.
I love the Power Glove. I don't know. I read something about it earlier today.
It's just the PlayStation Move, but it's attached to all of your fingers.
Dick fingers.
I was about to say, dick fingers. Ball fingers. It's just the balls all over the place and stuff. It's like those suits that they use for CGI or whatever.
Motion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for motion, yeah. Actually, that'd be kind of cool now that I think about it.
What, you want to receive one of those in the mail?
Oh, yeah, just worth
the Smaug the Dragon Simulator. Now you can be Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, you can set fire to little hobbits. Hobbits.
Alright, yeah, HTC Vive, kind of, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
People watching this VR shit, and I'm sure, I'm not sure, but it's if that's the price they feel for the how much it costs to make the product, oh boy, guys, this is the year of VR thing isn't going to turn out like everyone's thinking.
Yeah.
Everyone's just going to shit the bed for a while.
Yeah, you just fucked yourself right out the gate, guys.
Yeah. All right, moving on again.
I am wondering, with these VR things. I'm not sure if we ever talked about this. Is there, in your mind, is there an application for this that isn't related to games?
Porn.
Okay, let me clarify then. What I mean is, like, because, like, the one thing people kept on saying about the Kinect was it's shit awful for games, but it's actually useful as a general motion tool for pretty much everything else you want to do. Like, if you want to do, like, means and stuff like that.
I know there was a thing where apparently...
sorry, go ahead.
I mean, it's probably the same thing you were going to say. But I remember reading somewhere like doctors had used the camera or something like that.
Yep, that's what I was going to say, yeah. They used it to, like, practice open surgery and all.
Yeah, I remember hearing about, like, oh, yeah, like, well, you can do it to, like, perform surgery in a different country or something. But all I could think about when I heard that is, like, well, that sounds all well and good until, because you're not actually there, you don't realize when you've sawn into another person's rib. Because you still need the haptic feedback. I'm sorry. Like, I wouldn't trust, like, a VR... I wouldn't trust a VR surgery. That's all I'm saying.
Are we
so what you're saying is that operation is a more reliable way of training for surgery than VR.
I don't know if I want my surgeon to have been trained using Surgery Simulator.
Oh, God, no. Fuck that.
No, but you're totally okay with the surgeon training with operation, though, right?
Oh yeah, of course. That one's approved by...
You just don't touch the sides?
Mattel has a long-standing history
yeah. You all know that operation was made by asking several real doctors and surgeons how to properly do surgery.
Christ. Alright. Moving on again. We talked earlier about the no, we didn't talk about trademarks being filed. Whatever. There was a trademark filed for Alan Wake's return to Europe.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing confirmed or anything. Just a weird, like, does this mean there's going to be, like, a new, like, short game? Or maybe this is, like, a TV series or whatever, kind of like Quantum Break, or maybe they're actually going to make a new Alan Wake game.
This is the best news I've heard all week.
I hope, because, yeah, I'm also a big fan of the Alan Wake games. I've actually been going back to play that along with, like, some old PS2 games as well. I don't know what's been up.
Yeah, I was playing American Nightmare earlier, actually.
Yeah, I've been playing the first Alan Wake, not the one-offs or whatever you call them, the DLC stuff. But I'm playing Alan Wake, and I don't know why, but I've been playing Tony Hawk American Underground for some fucking reason.
You've been playing Thug?
Thug.
Yeah, Tony Hawk's. Oh, American Underground.
American Underground. Yeah, like the ones from the PS2 areas, and oh my god, they're so awful. I mean, the gameplay's fun. It's very fun. But it's like when you do the story shit and whatever, the people who are quote unquote acting, oh my lord, it's awful. Really sweet, the little midget from Twin Peaks.
That's my face right now when just announced that Alan Wake's coming back.
Would that be a midget or a dwarf? Or little person?
Leprechaun.
Anything you say is wrong and offensive.
Give me gold.
I only bring it up because I was on the latest episode of It's Always Sunny.
Right where they keep
spray paint again?
You know, we're not even going to ask why you were at the Rainbow.
I saw after we talked about the last week's episode, the one with the jail and everything, or the jury, I watched it. Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious.
It's sad, though, because the rest of the season, besides that one episode, is kind of bad.
Really? Oh, that sucks. What? Do you think it's like one of those things where it's like it's gone on too long and they're starting to run out of shit, or...
I don't really know what the issue is now at this point, because
yesterday's episode was great.
Sorry?
I thought the most recent episode was great.
I meant... Okay, last week's episode... Or not last week's episode. Like, this week's episode was okay. But I think
it was really good.
What I'm trying to say, though, is the episodes before that, earlier in the season, were not very...
The Charlie McDennis 2 was great. Being Frank was really awesome. The only really kind of weak episode, I thought Being Frank was awesome.
I don't know. I wasn't really a big fan of that one, personally.
The only really kind of weak one I would say is the the ski date where they went up to the mountain.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that one was weak. I did like the Bean Frank one. At least whenever he freaked out, whenever Mac was around him, he's like, "Oh shit, not this guy."
And Dennis and Mac moved to the suburbs was also great.
That one I did not.
I don't know. I haven't been too thrilled with this season myself.
Fair enough. All right, we only have 2, maybe 3 more things.
All right.
Fire Emblem Fates, the most recent Fire Emblem game, is the fastest selling Fire Emblem in the U.S. ever.
Wasn't it like 300,000 units?
Yeah, Fire Emblem Fates is the biggest launch in the U.S. history ever. Over its 3-day window in the weekend, it sold a combined 300,000 units, and that's more than in Fire Emblem Awakening, the previous game, had sold 180,000 in the first month.
Damn, that's actually pretty good.
Kind of weird considering Awakening was supposed to be the last game in the series.
Was it?
And then everyone, because Nintendo was like, these aren't really doing that well anymore, so we'll just make one last Fire Emblem game to send it all off.
Yeah.
And that sold really well, and now it's come back, and it's like, oh shit, people love Fire Emblem.
Despite how I feel about like the controversy that's been going on with all this shit and all, I am glad that it is doing well. That's nice.
One of my friends who's willing to Smash, he's
Smash. What?
Smash.
Super Smash Bros.
Oh, okay.
I managed to get him riled up because I point out to him one day, it's like, because I think I was just making a joke because they were announcing DLC characters. And I just said to him, it's like, so when are they going to reveal that Smash Brothers is actually the next Fire Emblems game or something? And he's just sort of like, don't you fucking start with me, Charles. Like, oh god. And he's just like, went on a rant to the point where he's like, man, I fucking hate Sakurai, but at the same time, I'm getting cucked by him.
Actually, speaking of, I just wanted to say, apparently there's already someone already is making a patch to pretty much restore whatever thing that was either taken out of Fire Emblems, and to even restore some of the dialogue, by using a fan translation instead of just what the localization team did, which is kind of interesting. Because have you?
Not surprising. People have already patched in the Armika booty slap from Street Fighter V.
And what was that? It didn't even take a day. Because it was they didn't take it out. What they did was that they did what Rockstar did with the whole hot coffee thing, which was they tried to hide it instead of taking it out because they're like, fuck it, I don't care.
It's not even that. It's just that they changed the camera angle in the shot.
Yeah, exactly.
The more egregious thing, though, I'd say about that change, more just because it was kind of very lazily done, is they also, for whatever reason, they changed the move so, when they both, when Mika and Nadeshiko, both get them, get your head with their butts.
Yeah.
They're supposed to drag you down by their leg, by your leg sort of thing. But for whatever reason, they just removed that aspect, so it's you're just falling down. But the way that the models are done, they're still acting as if they're pulling you down, but nothing's happening.
Oh, that's dumb. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've played Mika. I went over to a friend who bought Street Fighter, and I've played Mika for for a while, and it makes even less sense about taking that thing out because her entire being is pretty much sexual. Is pretty much sexy and sexualized and all that stuff. So yeah. So taking that one little thing, those two little things out when the entire thing is just over the top sexiness, it just, I don't know, don't make sense to me. Yeah. But but speaking of localization, have you guys seen that thing for Fire Emblem? It's the localized version. It's two guys, it's two people, they're talking. Or not talking, it's just ... for the entire fucking conversation, and you just get his support up. Meanwhile, in the Japanese version, it's an entire dialogue of backstory and just talking to each other, an actual character building.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's goddamn, you guys were fucking lazy when you were trying to make this thing, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's laziness. I think it's more just like one of those things where it's like, well, no one's gonna notice, so we may as well just sort of have fun with sort of thing.
I think, yeah.
Because I guess the joke is like you're talking about because the joke is it's two assassins.
Assassins, and they're supposed to be mysterious and all. Yeah, I get the joke, but it's like...
Yeah, so it's supposed to be like, Rudolph, essentially.
But it's like, there becomes a point where it's like, it becomes too meme-ish, I guess, where it's like, you're shoving in all these fucking memes and trying to
That's been a problem with Nintendo
Speaking of memes,
localization for a while, though.
I know,
I mean,
yeah, and it's only recently where, like, people are starting to get very tired of it, where most people are starting to get tired of it and shit. And I understand, and not to badmouth localization, I understand because, hey, there's going to be shit you don't get in America. Like, Americans, there's going to be a lot of shit you don't get in Japan, you know? Like, Persona is a good example of that, and stuff. And I do understand it, but there becomes a point where it's like, there's localization, and then there's just straight up, I don't want to say butchering, but for lack of a better word, butchering the entire thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you're just putting, like, stupid fucking memes in there, and cutting out actual dialogue that actually builds that person's character for what is basically a cheap joke that people have seen several times before. You know what I mean?
Ryan's just upset he can't pet his
And
husband.
here comes Charles Rocky with the it must be something about sexiness. And no, it's not. It's just, I don't know. Like, I understand both sides of what people are saying. It's more just, there becomes a point where something...
Ryan-son, we must not know.
That's racist. That's racist.
I don't know. Do any dying samurais watch our show?
No. That's not racist. This is
Oh,
racist.
please, no, Armstrong, please.
That's where you cut the podcast.
Oh.
No, you just have a clip of Vicky Rooney from Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Who was the...
Oh, no!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, wasn't that the one where it's like...
I must protest!
Yeah, where, he has the messed up teeth and all. Yeah, Mr. Yuniyoshi. That was the character, right? Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've only briefly watched it.
That was bad. I mean, honestly, I would take the dude from Short Circuit over that shit. But you guys get what I'm saying,
Sorry, were you saying something? I wasn't paying attention.
About the whole localization thing, I mean, you guys see where I'm coming from. Is there anything else, Armstrong? Any other news?
Not really.
I'm kind of happy. I covered most of your stuff, so I think I did good job.
You did cover most of Armstrong's stuff, yes, and Armstrong enjoyed it very much.
Yay!
Well, there was that new Dark Souls. There was the new Dark Souls 3 gameplay trailer, but
Which wasn't it? Where it had like this really like obnoxious fucking like emo song and shit.
Yeah, you mean what the past two Dark Souls games have done?
Yeah, I'm still gonna call it out. It's still kind of silly.
no, the first one had that kind of cool Silent Bartholomew song.
Oh.
And then Dark Souls 2 had Where Is My Mind, right?
Dark Souls 2 had Locomotive Breath, didn't it?
Oh, it might have been different depending on where we were, because here in the EU it had Where Is My Mind.
Really? Okay, I gotta look.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of weird. Let me see. Which game was it? Dark Souls 2?
Dark Souls 2, yeah.
Dark Souls, Where Is My Mind trailer. Yeah. That song's been getting back ever since, like, what was it, the...
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot, yeah, because now you got...
It was back way before Mr. Robot.
The piano version.
But the piano version.
Ever since it was played on Mr. Robot, it's been used in the Uncharted trailer, it's been used in like a bunch of other things.
Yeah, of Where Is My Mind?
So we're not talking about the original Pixies version.
No. We're not talking about the Pixies version. We're talking about the piano cover.
Which is also very
Yeah. Which I don't know. Do any of you guys watch the Movie Fights podcast on Screen Junkies?
No, I am a fan of Screen Junkies, but it's mostly for like the Honest Trailer guy. Which, funny enough, that dude is he's the guy who goes Commander in XCOM.
He's also the new voice of the Regal Crown Club card that's playing all the fucking time in our lobbies.
Really?
Yep.
Well, nice to see that
But,
it's good work, though.
I watch a couple of them sometimes, just skip through them. But one of the most recent ones they did was which TV series do you hate watch?
Ooh.
So you have like like Walking Dead on there, that sort of thing, right? One of the guys fucking said Mr. Robot.
Oh, really?
Because he didn't understand how it was so popular.
So he was pretty much the old man yelling at the clouds thing, where it's like, I don't understand why this is popular.
Yeah. And like everyone else pretty much laughed at him and told him to fuck off.
Yeah.
Good.
You see, my thing would be like...
I'm all for different opinions, but fuck that guy.
I haven't seen any Mr. Robot, so I can't comment.
Is that the most anachronistic thing I've ever said?
I don't know. I don't understand hate-watching thing, because it's like, if I'm gonna fucking hate it, I'm not gonna fucking watch it ever again.
Well,
it's like,
I think
I don't go
the
back
reasons-
and watch Big Bang Theory.
The reasons they gave for like The Walking Dead was you want to watch it because you want to see if it can redeem itself.
Yeah, okay. With that logic, I can kind of see. So it's not hate-watching, it's
Dead.
pretty much like spousal abuse more than anything else.
See, I would define hate watch almost as like you watch it only just to see how worse it's gonna get.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're officially done with the podcast, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
We don't
so.
stop. Okay. So I'll end it right here. This is Ryan, Charles Armstrong, Illo Sweet, and Rocky. And do you guys?
I'm not even this.
Okay. So goodbye.
Blarg.